Hi everyone, good morning. It's Stacey here from Anxiety Go. I'm just going to do a little short video on my anxiety. It's been a bit up and down lately. I actually haven't done any videos for a while and I do apologise for that. So I was thinking on what one to do next. About 2 weeks ago I went for an interview. Now this interview that I went for, I haven't been for an interview for probably about 12 years maybe. We run our own business for the last 10 years and the job before that I was actually in for about 1.5 years before I left that job to run my own business. So it's been many years. I was actually a little apprehensive about interviews, and to be honest I didn't actually, about 1 year ago I couldn't even think of going for a job interview. The thought of going back to work for other people in a different environment that I wasn't aware of, it brought my anxiety up quite high, and I would start to have sort of mild panic attacks through this. So I decided not to worry myself about obviously getting a new job and going back to work, that kind of thing, and just try and focus on my well-being, getting myself past and through my anxiety, and then hopefully being okay with it. So that's what I decided to do. But about 1 year ago we sold the company, as some of you probably would already know if you listened to my previous videos. So we actually sold the company and moved premises, where I then just sold console repair parts on their own. It wasn't sort of great kind of selling these parts, you know, it wasn't making as much money as what we assumed it would do. So I needed to get another job, but now my anxiety seemed to calm down a bit and I felt okay to go out and get another job. So I went for my first interview in many years and I felt absolutely fantastic. Got dressed, got ready to go, felt like I'd already got the job, and kind of just let Stacey come out rather than sort of quiet anxiety Stacey. I was happy, I was excited, and it was a real nice feeling. So I went for the interview. I believe I did pretty well in the interview. It didn't last for too long and I was quite apprehensive as to how long they'd actually last for, but it went quite quickly. The clinic manager and the actual business owner, they were absolutely lovely, really nice people. And when you walked into the clinic, you kind of got like a warming kind of feeling with everybody around you, the members of staff, that they were actually a really nice company to work for. So I got home that day, and I think it was later on that day actually, the clinic manager called me back and she said, you know, how do you think you did, Stacey? And I was like, I think I did okay. And she said, we'd like to call you back for a second interview. And I was like, fantastic, that's really good. So I got ready to go for my second interview, and then my anxiety decided it was going to play me a little visit. So there weren't much I could do apart from go to the second interview and just try my best. But unfortunately my anxiety did get a little bit the better of me, and I felt uncomfortable at the second interview because of my anxiety. I tried to not let it bother me, but I could feel my stomach turning, my legs kind of wobbly, my head going a bit dizzy, and just thinking to myself, please don't have an anxiety attack, panic attack. And I just sort of thought, no, don't think about it, just get on with what she's asking you to do. And there was a slight bit of role play in it. Well, when I get my anxiety, I don't know about you guys, but my thinking actually just goes completely blank. Like I can't think of anything. So she asked me to do this role play, and I sat there for a few minutes and I was like, I don't really know what I need to do. She told me exactly what I needed to do, but I couldn't remember in my head what I had to do. So it kind of sort of knocked me back. I did it in the end, not as well as I'd like to have done it, but I did it. So she said that there was another person they was calling in for a second interview, and they would give me a call back later on today, tomorrow, to let me know the outcome. So I went away feeling a bit like, oh gosh, you know, I didn't do as good as my first interview, but I thought, well, you know, you've got out there, you've gone for it, you've applied for jobs online, endless jobs online, and I had to give myself credit, which you all should do. I applied for the jobs online, I went for the interview. Now for me, just getting up, getting dressed and going for that interview is a massive, massive achievement. People without anxiety, panic disorder will not understand how hard it can be for someone to actually do that. So I was actually really pleased with myself, and even to go for the second interview and feeling a bit anxious, I could have just phoned her and said, hey, you know, don't want to come for the second interview, but thank you anyway. But I didn't want to. I wanted to show myself and to prove to myself that anxiety is not going to stop me anymore from doing what I want to do. And I've got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until one day it gets to the point and it just gets fed up with me, and you know, I can do all this stuff. I've just got to do and try a little bit harder. So yeah, the second interview, about 2 hours later she phoned and she said, congratulations, I'd like to offer the job to you. I was overwhelmed. I was so happy, and I really didn't think that I would get a job. So after all this build up of the anxiety, the worry, the stress of finding a job a few years ago, my body was ready to accept and to find. And that's really what you need to wait for your body to do. You need to not so much wait as in just sit back and do nothing, but you need to do little things that will help your anxiety. And the more you do these little things that help your anxiety, the less your anxiety will grow. So therefore, when you are going to do these big job interviews or these big projects at work, things that really sort of would your anxiety would get really high, the more little things you do in between will then make your anxiety calm down. So it's just keep on pushing. When you get a bit anxious and you think, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, push some more and just keep going. My best advice is don't be scared of your anxiety. You know, I went for my second interview and my anxiety was, I'd probably say, on a scale of 7 out of 10. So it wasn't completely up there with anxiety or panic attack, but it was enough that if I thought more about my feelings, how I felt, what I was doing, it probably could have got that far if I started panicking, but I didn't. I knew where it was. I let go, and I told myself I could do this and I can do it and I know I can do it. So guys, just keep doing the little things that bother you, and eventually your anxiety will get so bored that you'll just be able to do it without even thinking of it. There's lots and lots of videos that I put up with my anxiety, what's bothered me in the past, what I've done and how I've overcome it, and I just keep pushing through, and that's all you guys need to do. So take care of yourselves, keep fighting, and you'll get there. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye bye.